Welcome back. DP World has threatened legal action against Djibouti after the government of the Horn of Africa nation ended a contract this year with a Dubai-owned firm for running a port facility. Djibouti ended the contract in February with DP World to run its Dorale container terminal. The Dubai-based company says it issued its statement after reports of the opening of the first phase of the Chinese-built International Free Trade Zone in violation of DP World's exclusive management rights. According to DP World, it reserves the right to take all available legal actions, including claims for damages against any third parties that interfere or otherwise violate its contractual rights. Nigeria is strategizing to buffer the shocks of another volatility behavior of oil by rounding up opportunities across the states of the Federation. As an engagement with representatives of the 36 states of the Federation, more on the objectives of the Zero Oil Program of President Muhammadu Buhari were explained.
Crude oil prices went almost below $40 2015. And when you know that our cost of production of the same crude is about $32, then you know we were really in a problem. The new administration came on, and we had commenced our consultations on the Zero Oil Plan, and we've been to quite a number of states to let them know that there should be life after oil. What the Zero Oil Plan says is that Nigeria can and must survive in a world economy in which she no longer sells oil. It sounds ambitious. It sounds even audacious. But that is the way. That is the future. So this is the second meeting we're going to have, and that meeting we're calling on the states to now bring their big export projects that we will look at when we meet. The committee starts to meet. We look at it, then we'll take it back to the technical committee, and then we go to NEC for what approvals we need to get from Mr. President. Yes. We say it's an export revolution. We are looking to move non-oil exports. When we say 5 billion, we're also including liquefied natural gas in this figure. Without that, we're about 2.7 or so on oil. But when I said I mentioned Aliko Dangote, we shared our plan with him. At that time, he was looking at the going into petrochemicals. Petrochemicals, excellencies, many of the members have had me say this so many times. It's a $150 billion business globally, annually, all over the world, and Nigeria is not there. And yet we're a petrol economy. Now, Dangote is wisely building his petrochemicals refinery here in Lagos State. I believe it's one of the places we'll visit on Saturday. He's building it here in Lagos State. And the figure we have on that when the refinery comes on stream is about $940 million in exports. You had that one company, one product going to $1 billion. On cement, Dangote is now exporting $500 million in cement by next year.
As we discuss the modalities for implementing this Zero Oil Plan, a component of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan of the federal government, and then we're trying to showcase landmark export projects of participating states, I want to urge you that the next thing we need to do is to think out of the box. As a state, we have keyed into several export-oriented initiatives, such as the One State, One Product initiative, spearheaded and monitored by the Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Through this initiative, our state has identified and commenced the process of developing 3 key commodities in which we have comparative and competitive advantage: coconut, fish, and vegetables. We plan to facilitate the development of these commodities into exportable products. Our export promotion initiatives also include export aggregators designed to boost productive capacities of our indigenous micro, small, and medium industries. The objective is to create locally made products and services that not only satisfy local markets but meet competitive export demand. Our efforts in this area include development of Lekki Free Zone as a one-stop export processing zone. And we're happy to report that, we've made tremendous progress in this particular export zone, and I hope, participants will have that time to see what it is that is actually going on in that place. Just to give you a highlight of what we're saying, at the end of, let's say, like 2020, where the investments of the Dangote industry and the other deep sea port that were put in that place, the export inflows that is being projected in that place is over $6 billion, and that's the way to go. Development of enterprise zones, small-scale industrial estates, and light industrial parks in different parts of this state is to provide business accommodation and also factory spaces. Then we support Made in Lagos campaign and to also enhance market access to our MSMEs. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, these initiatives are some of our state's programs to support the zero oil plan of the federal government, but we believe we can do more. I'm very hopeful that this meeting will come up with a viable and sustainable agenda that will, at the end of the day, help us in achieving our economic rebirth without reliance on the oil. Let us expand the scope of our export considerations and increase the wealth of our nation. If one of the most powerful men in the world is a lover of our music and culture, then we must look inwards and find ways to export this. Our state is big on arts and entertainment, and we believe strongly that this is a very lucrative avenue to create wealth and employment of our people.
Akinwumi Ambode, Governor of Lagos State. And finally, oil prices edged lower on Friday and were set for a second weekly fall as the market shrugged off a warning that spare capacity may be stretched as OPEC and Russia increase production. Brent crude eased 36 cents to $74.09 on Thursday. It gained $1.05 a barrel, rebounding from a session low of $72.67. It is heading for a weekly fall of nearly 4%. U.S. crude dipped 4 cents to $70.29 after a 5-cent decline in the previous session. It is heading for a weekly decline of nearly 5%. It has been a wild week for oil prices, with both the main benchmarks suffering heavy losses on Wednesday as traders focused on the return of Libyan oil to the market amid concerns about a China-U.S. trade war. However, a warning on spare capacity by the International Energy Agency pushed Brent higher on Thursday, helping it recoup some losses. And that's a wrap on the program for today and, of course, for the week. Thank you very much for being part of it. I'm Chimezie Obi Igwago.